When you don't have the right parts to take the salt out of your engine, your outboard, this is what you do. Let's see if I can get this thing started.
In order to have days like this, you're going to have days like this. This is Tips on Tuesday. We're going to talk about what to do, when to do it, and how to do it. Stay tuned so you don't feel like doing this. If you like these videos, please subscribe and give us a like. And if you have anything to add to the conversation or any questions, please leave them below. When you're cleaning out your Yamaha 15, you need one of these. I didn't have one, so I had to fill up a bag with water. Some engines can use the earmuffs, but I haven't been able to make them work on the Yamaha 15 Enduro. The earmuffs do work on our 9.8 Daihatsu, but not on the Yamaha. We should also be using Saltaway or similar product to clean out all the engines on board Aquarius. But we didn't have it at the time of this video.
One of the things that I have to do before I return back home is I have to remove my manual bilge pump because I need to make sure that I have an exact duplicate when I get back. So I got all the screws out. Now I know it's undone down there, and I'm just going to leave the screws there so that I know which ones go in which hole. Another thing that I do before I leave is I set the battery charger to a lower voltage, because what I want to have happen is I want to keep the batteries at about 50% rather than having them go all the way to 90% while I'm gone. When I get back, I want them at a lower voltage. Let's set that up. Let's go on Victron Connect. So the voltage looks good. It's charging at 3 amps. Voltage 26. Battery. Alright, so the absorption voltage, what we're going to do is we're going to bring that down to 26.5. Okay. And float voltage, we're going to bring float voltage down to 26.45. Alright, that's okay. So that way I'm not going to overcharge my batteries when I'm gone. Lithium iron phosphate likes to be at 50%, so it's just going to charge it to about 50% and leave it there. So there you go. And the other one, the 50 actually hooks up to all my other solar panels, which I leave when I'm gone in here. So you can see I've got a bunch of solar panels. They're actually flex panels, and then I hook those up when I'm at an anchorage that I'm going to be at for a while. So we're just going to update it, and then we'll shut it down. So another thing I want to do before I leave is get our flags down. So we won't be flying any flags while we're gone, and I want to put the covers on our forestays and the mast. So right now I'm in the engine room, and what we're doing is we're putting fresh water into the bilge and pumping it out, and we'll do that 3 or 4 times, and then it'll be fairly clean out down there. We'll hold this up to make sure it sucks everything out. Wait till it gets to the bottom and go, and then you know everything's out of the bottom. There you go. Now everything's out. Now we'll let it fill up again. Do that a couple times. You know, just get it all rinsed out, and then we'll leave it good to go. So we're also going to do a freshwater rinse on our water maker, and while we get some fresh water running through there, we're going to turn it on and cycle the thing so to make sure we get all the salt out of the pump. Hey babe, can you turn on the water maker? No pressure. So that speeds up a little bit. We're just going to run some fresh through there. And this is, I disconnected our manual pump. So that is why that hose is out. I'm going to turn the light down. Get a good look at it. It's looking pretty nice over there. It's getting about up. So what we're going to do is we're going to fill that up a little bit more. I'm just going to hold that down. We'll wait till our high water alarm goes off, and then we'll let it go. So there's the high water alarm. Now we'll let it go and let it pump out. Now the high water alarm goes off, and we'll pump that out. Actually, I'm going to let that go just a few more times. Water maker is still pumping out. So what we're doing in here is we're going to desalt this boat. We're going to shut off both these two water inputs, and we're going to just get all the salt out of the engine, the genset, and all the pumps, all the toilet pumps as well. They're all going to be empty. Okay, next we're going to do the AC units, which is this one here. So we're just going to shut off the valve down here. So it's shut off. Now what we're going to do is we can take this off. We're still cleaning our bilge. We got that off. Now we just have this. And what we're going to do okay, babe? Yes. Alright, turn on the AC. Hold on a second. Hold on. Don't turn it on yet. Alright. Make sure it's the AC unit and not the heater.
Yes, sir. Okay, that's the middle one.
Okay, it's going. Pop this off with a crowbar. Now it should be just about full. It's not. Make sure it's clean. Yeah, everything looks pretty clean. Alright, so the next thing we're gonna do. Hey babe, I want you to go put the front toilet on. Your toilet. What was that? Yeah, salt water.
Just press the red button, right?
Yeah, press the red button, that's fine. Hey babe? Yeah, taste the water in the toilet, see if it's salty. Okay, turn it back on for a couple seconds, and then go to the back real quick and turn it on. Now we're doing the back toilet, flushing it out. What I want you to do is turn on the pump for the anchor wash. Now this one goes super fast, and it's gonna empty it out quick. Okay, now we gotta get ready for engine start.
Is there a pump?
Oil looks good. No, we're gonna turn that off in a second. I gotta get ready for it. Always check these two things before you start your engine, even when you're sailing. Check your oil, check your coolant, make sure everything's good, and then we will start the engine up in just a second. Okay, go ahead and shut that off. Okay, start the engine. Rev it up a little bit.
Wasn't everything okay?
No, I'm not getting any water flow. It's not sucking the water in.
Same in impeller? Too bad you're wearing your nice clothes.
Yeah, I didn't plan on doing this. Just thought I was gonna be fooling around with the water. But this isn't messy. Alright, so what I want you to do is real quick, just click it on and then all the way off. Click it so that it turns over a couple times and then all the way off. Off! That's good. So it is working, but it's not pulling in water. We don't have time to fix it now. We'll fix it when we get back. We'll try it one more time. But
Is that like a gear thing? No.
no, it's just needs to be cleaned up a little bit, but this is what makes it nice.
Do you still have O-ring? Yeah, it's still in there, right?
Yeah, but I need to get new O-rings. That's what I need to measure that, put it back together, and then what we'll try to do is I'm going to try to get this thing started again. Maybe
Without the cover?
No, no. Can you give me a flathead screwdriver? I'm going to pull this off and see what I get. That's all I can do for it now. Can you hand me one of those sponges? I made a mess. Luckily it's all clean water. Oh, thanks. So what I have to do is I have to measure this O-ring in here. So what's that say? 60? That's 2 maybe. So 60 millimeters by 2 is what it looks like that track is right there. So what this thing does is it helps keep the impeller from wearing out. I have to get it in there just right. And then put this thing back on.
Can you turn it my way?
So there we go. And what that does is it makes it nice and easy, so you just slide these things on and then tighten the 4 little screws, usually just with your fingers, but I tighten it down just a little bit more than just with my fingers. But anyways, we'll put that back on. We'll try to get the water running one more time through there, and then we're gonna have to clean out all of that stuff when we get back. All right, so the 2 at the bottom are still on there. You just pop it in like that and push it on, and put your 2 on at the top, just like that. And what's nice about it is if you've got a nice O-ring, nice new O-ring in there, it's nice and easy. You can just tighten these things up with your fingers, and then you're good to go. All right, one more time, let's try it again.
Ready?
Yeah. Rev it up a little bit. No, it's still not sucking water. Okay, that's a problem. The only other thing we got to do is the gen set. All right. Can you turn on something that takes a lot of power? Turn on the battery charger for a second. All right, shut it off. Well, seems like we're not getting water through there, and we got to figure out what the problem is. So water goes there through this, and it doesn't seem like there's a blockage, but I think there might be a blockage in here. So we'll have to take this all apart.
We had the same problem with our gen set when the exhaust elbow overheated. The hose melted on the inside and would not allow the exhaust to flow freely. So we'll have to change this hose when we return.
And take a look at it. So I measured the exhaust hose, and it's about 83, I think.
Actually, the hose size is about 89 millimeters, and that equates to a hose size of 3.5 inches. So this is the hose we bought to replace it.
Yo, can you help me for a minute?
Do I have to?
No. Yes.
What do you want?
Just video me. Can you do that for me? So, there's 3 things that we got that's mentioned in this video that we have to take back to the boat. We got our new manual bilge pump, and our previous one had a big crack in it. We got the fresh water clean out for the Yamaha outboard, and we got the hose that we need, because I believe that when the engine overheated, It did the same thing that had happened to our gen set, and I believe that this is all messed up on the hose that's currently on the engine. So we're going to change this hose when we get back, and everything should work. See ya back on Aquarius.
If you like this video, give us a like down below and click here to subscribe. That really helps us. And if you want to watch more of us, click one of those.
They said they came from Spanish.